Ratatouille. In a nearly rapturous review, the New York Times called the animated film about a rat who wants to be a gourmet chef a nearly flawless piece of popular art. One delightful ingredient contributing to the success of the film, the talent of comedian Janeane Garofalo. Tim Estiloz joins us now with details on this funny woman's career. Tim?
Barry, Garofalo's career has spanned stage, TV, and film with great success since her heyday in the 90s. This pint-sized female comic has a king-size talent and an even bigger, often controversial opinion that makes lots of politicians cringe. Here's your Backstage Pass. Janeane, how would you describe the type of comedy you do? Because there's a little bit of cynicism, a little bit of pessimism in there, but I think that makes it great comedy as well.
I think cynicism, to some degree, is quite healthy, depending on what the object of your cynicism is. If you're talking about politics and media and culture in general, it's good to not believe everything you see, read, or hear.
It's that kind of brash, unvarnished, and often analytical approach to comedy that's always been Janeane's style, whether it's on stage or in her multiple TV and film roles.
Diane, please, not this morning. Trust me, we'd love emo here. I think he's a riot. Fine, I'll check the board again. Oh, Jesus, the 16th booked up too. Perhaps we can have him on with a guest host or something.
What I have found interesting over the years is when people characterize females' stand-up comedy, they'll say angry. But they don't say, boy, that Dave Chappelle is angry. Do you know what I mean? Like the women get tagged as angry or bitter or mean, whereas the males are being observational comics who have, you know, issues with whatever they're talking about. But I think in our culture there's a different way information is processed when it's coming from a female or coming from a male.
But Janeane's comedy has always seemed to translate well, beginning with her first big break on TV's short-lived Ben Stiller show.
B-minus time traveler. With nothing but a B-minus average from an American public school, she plunges through space and time, helping whomever she can with her vague, sketchy knowledge of American history.
Come on, Stacy, shake those cobwebs loose.
July 7th, 1941, a day that will live in infamy. September 12th, 1941, a day that will live in... Come on, General MacArthur, they both sound right.
Ben and I were obsessed with SCTV. We had memorized so the SCTV sort of was known for show business parody, and Ben loved to do that in a lot of ways, to parody existing movie trailers or things like that.
After that, Janeane made the leap to the incredibly popular Larry Sanders Show.
I have a lump in my breast. Oh my God. Don't hug, because then it feels serious and cancerous. And please stop staring at my
I got cast on the Ben Stiller Show and the Larry Sanders Show simultaneously when I was 27. That's when I first started acting. I was 27. And it was the first acting I had done. I really had not, I didn't know really what I was doing at all. But it was two very, very good introductions to acting because everybody was very nice. Unfortunately, when I went on to do other things, it wasn't that fun.
Surprisingly, it was Janeane's role in the commercially successful film The Truth About Cats and Dogs that she continues to have the most regrets.
Okay, this is a good time to talk about limits. You can love your pets, but just don't love your pets. You know what I mean? Repeat after me. Us, them. Us, them. Us, them.
I like that movie. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, thank you. Well, I certainly appreciate that people like it. As a moviegoer, that's not my thing. That the movie was a little like candy-colored and soft and feel-goody, you know? But the only thing I will say in its favor is that I was a legitimately unattractive person in those movies, whereas a lot of times they'll just throw glasses on somebody who's clearly hot.
Nice guy like that, with that accent, arty, and you won't even have a drink with him?
He has a preconceived notion. You. Then he sees me. Over.
I love the way you look. You've got a pretty face. You're a celebrity.
I don't expect you to understand this. You know, you burp and guys think it's adorable, you puke and they line up to hold your hair back.
I can tell you for a fact that's not true.
What is true is that Janeane has strong opinions politically, something I found out when we chatted last month about her current role in the Pixar animated film Ratatouille.
Because I am the toughest cook in this kitchen. I have worked too hard for too long to get here, and I am not going to jeopardize it for some garbage boy who got lucky. Got it?
Let's say you're going to have your own special dinner party, and it's going to be you, President Bush, and Dick Cheney. What are you going to cook, and what's going to be the dinner conversation?
I would have them eat the meals that are served in Guantanamo while being shackled and hogtied.
Go home! Wow! Have your politics affected your career in any way, either pro or adversely?
You know, that's a myth that politics negatively affects people's career. Otherwise, Sean Penn, Susan Sarandon, and Tim Robbins wouldn't be Oscar-winning workaholics. You know what I mean? Like, they have been very, and Bono and everybody else. It's just a myth that the right uses to try and scare people into not speaking.
Will you please, anybody who's checking out exit polling on a blog, voted first thing this morning at 6:45 a.m.
Republicans always say it only if it's a person in entertainment who is a Democrat or a liberal. But like I said, they're thrilled to have Bruce Willis and Ted Nugent and Arnold Schwarzenegger and Ronald Reagan and Shirley Temple Black and Fred Grandy and Fred Thompson. And if you're a Republican, but that's the thing you learn about Republicans very quickly is they're very elastic in what they do and don't like on any given day.
Never shy with her point of view. Now, Janeane says she's had to do quite a few odd jobs in the past to pay the bills before making her big break as a performer. She says one of the toughest jobs was working as a bicycle messenger in Boston. And Janeane adds, instead of riding, she walked her bike most of the time because she was afraid of the Boston traffic. Barry?
Since she left here, her prospects have certainly grown brighter, but the traffic hasn't improved a whit. Thanks, Tim.